Good afternoon. My name is Anangata Champo.
And my name is Tanpita Patraporn, M4.
We come from Chatukankun School, from Chat Province. This story is written by Christina Stevenson. And this story is called Sir Shari's Stinky Socks and the Really Big Adventure.
So let me tell about this story. Once upon a time, there was a deep, dark forest where monsters frequented, terrible business month, and weekly waited to tickle your toes. In the middle of the forest, surrounded by thorny bushes, there stood a tall tower with a pointy roof. At the bottom of the tower was a big wooden door. Inside the tower, a windy staircase didn't stop winding until it reached a little wooden door right at the very top. And what was behind the little wooden door? Well, nobody knew because nobody ever went there. At least, not until the day when a broad brave knight, Sir Charlie Stinky Socks, and his faithful fearless cat Envelope decided that the time had come for a really big adventure. So Charlie packed his bed sword, packed some sandwiches, a big bottle of water, and a very little something for the journey, just in case. And with a song in his heart, he mounted his good grammar.
Clip, clop, clippity, clippity, clop.
Over the hills and far away rode Sir Charlie and his cat. Oh, I really wish with the was falling behind on the broom. At last, they came to a deep, dark forest where monsters frequented and terrible business moaned. Envelope shivered and the good grandma quivered, while the wish with the word covered her eye. But brave Sir Charlie stood steady in his words. Shh, he whispered into the woods.
'Tis I, Sir Shari's Stinky Socks, with a song to suit you.
And as Sir Charlie sang his lullaby, the tree stopped groaning. But the terrible business went on mourning.
Stop your mourning,
cried the knight.
Come on, eat me, if you dare.
Out of the darkness crept six slobbering business, the fearless cat Envelope scabbard, the good grandma fled, and even the willow-wish with the watch tumbled behind the tree. But brave Sir Charlie did not turn. Brave Sir Charlie did not run. Instead, he drew his trusty sword and did what a good knight would do. He smiled and cut up his sandwiches. The beasts stood and stared. They were hairy, heated creatures indeed. But they were more scared of Sir Charlie Stinky Socks than he was of them. Charlie fed the beasts, and the beasts stopped mourning. And the willowish with the watch looked with a grin and checked the time. But this was no way to end a really big adventure. So Sir Charlie Stinky Socks rescued his cat, read his good grammar, and set her once again, never minding the wiggly wolves who waited in the grass, or the six of the terrible beasts who followed him. The forest grew thicker, and the bushes became thorny. Like if the Envelope and the good grammar, that Sir Charlie Stinky Socks led the way with his trusty sword.
Shibbity twat, shibbity twat, shibbity shibbity shop.
And this was the 30 work for a bold, brave knight. How glad he was to have a big bottle of water by his side. And then, at last, they came to a deep, dark forest, where the sun threw down a pale yellow light onto a tall tower with a pointy roof. But it also the light down to a long green dragon. He was frightful and fearsome and coughing out fire while he stomped in the temple around the tower.
Ha ha!
Thought Sir Charlie Stinky Socks.
Stop.
Just the thing for a really big adventure.
Stop your rolling, dragon.
he commanded. But the dragon did not stop. He went on coughing out fire. He went on belching out smoke. And now his sight was fixed firmly on Sir Charlie Stinky Socks. Was this the end of the life of a bold brave knight? Oh my! Envelope didn't hang around to find out. And neither the good grammar. Only a Wally Willowish and the couples of Wiggly Row watched. But brave Sir Charlie did not flinch. Brave Sir Charlie didn't flicker. He took out his big bottles of water and, kind, clever, Sir Charlie Stinky Socks gave the old dragon a long, cool drink.
Now you've stopped coughing.
Said the knight to the long green dragon.
Tell me, what's at the top of this tower?
The dragon looked up. The dragon looked at Sir Charlie. The dragon scared his scaly head and say,
My dear old things, I haven't a clue. It's not a dragon place to ask, you know. Just to do. Then why don't we find out?
Said Sir Charlie with a grin. And the Willowish took one last look at her watch, jumped for joy, and fell up on her brim as Sir Charlie pushed open the big wooden door. Up the whitey staircase marched Sir Charlie Stinky Socks. He didn't stop marching until he had taken his faithful cat Envelope, his good grammar, six not so terrible business, a very curious long green dragon, and a couple of Wiggly light right to the very top. There he opened the lid wooden door and peeped in. And the big black cauldron stood in the middle of the room, and staring it was the Willowish, of course. By her side stood a little princess weeping and wailing in the pools of tears. Sir Charlie looked at the princess. Sir Charlie looked at the bubbling pot. Sir Charlie didn't wait another minute. He drew his trusty sword and brought it over to rescue the little princess.
Stop your weeping.
Cried the knight.
Sir Charlie Stinky Socks is here to save you from the pot.
The witch cackled with laughter. I'm not going to cook the princess, squealed the witch. I'm cooking the food for her birthday party. It's today at 3, you see. I do it every year, you know. I blow out balloons and decorate the tower. I send out invitation. Hundreds of them. And look here, she cried, tip-tapping at the face of her watch. It's nearly 3, yippee!
Then why are you crying, princess?
Asked Sir Charlie. Because, shrieked the princess, we live at the top of a windy staircase in a tall tower with a pine roof, surrounded by thorns and guarded by a fire-breathing dragon. As it's in the middle of a deep, dark forest, where Wiggly Roos wait in the grass to tickle your toes. Hungry breezes moaned, and months were 3 gone, so nobody ever comes.
Oh yes, they do.
Said Sir Charlie as he flung open the door.
Behold, Sir Charlie Stinky Socks and his friends.
That night, the light burned brightly in the tall tower with a pine roof, as the happy little princess had a rip-roaring good time. When the candle had been blown out and the cake eaten up, Sir Charlie Stinky Socks took out the favorite little something that he had brought from home just in case, and gave it to the princess.
Many returns of the day,
he said. And everyone cheered, hooray, hooray! Because that's what people do at the end of a really big adventure. Thank you.